Hi. In 1942, Viktor Franklin was a psychologist in Germany and was imprisoned by the Nazis. He was sent to a concentration camp and stayed there in terrible, inhuman conditions. He survived for 3 years till his release and went on to write his now famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. Being a psychologist, he studied human behavior in the camp and realized that some people had much more capability to survive the human degradation and shock of living in the camps than others. He himself demonstrated some powerful mindsets which helped him to keep going where others failed, gave up, or just ended their lives. What Viktor Franklin saw in the camps is called resilience. Of course, in our daily lives, we do not face such intense situations like a Nazi camp, but we do have situations which push us down. Situations like divorce, loss of job, illness or death of a near one. Sometimes it's a financial crisis, or it could be plain everyday stress. These shocks wear us down, and we have to keep gathering ourselves and push on. At such times, our resilience makes the difference. Hi, I am Rajat Tiwari, and I am a consultant and coach for organizational culture and behavioral change. In my decade-long experience of coaching and consulting people and organizations, I have seen how resilience works, how some people collapse under the stress and pressure of unexpected events, and some of them just go ahead and win the battle. I have trained many of them on how to build resilience, and I have seen that this is a skill that can be learned and applied in your life. Well, you may be wondering that no, resilience could maybe be just some talent or inner strength that these strong people have got. But here you are wrong. This inner strength is actually a skill. It can be practiced and brought to very good use in your life. In this video, I'll share with you the 5 key steps that can help you to build resilience quickly and practically to win over the challenges of life and succeed. As per the Merriam-Webster dictionary, resilience is defined as an ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. In more detail, it's known as the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or significant sources of stress. So how would a resilient person behave? A resilient person would show the following behavior. Firstly, this person will bounce back from any difficult circumstances. So whatever is the situation or setback that this person is facing, he'll be back in action very quickly, somehow having sorted out the issue that he or she is having in his mind. Secondly, this person will think and act clearly, whether under pressure or not. He or she will not start panicking, get distracted, or get depressed, feeling victimized by the situation. Thirdly, this person will take care to manage the overall health and well-being. This person will focus on good healthy habits, keeping his sanity and watching over the physical health, which people usually ignore when they are in such situations. This person will stay focused and keep working and progressing. So this person will somehow know what has to be done and keep doing it, not wasting time in wallowing in self-pity and spend time in brooding. Now you would agree that these are very powerful manifestations of behavior which can make all the difference to your success or failure when something hits you. So I'm sure you'll be interested to know what are the 5 steps that can help build your resilience. But before we get into the 5 steps, let's look at why resilience is more important today. The first reason is the pace of change has gone up. Technology, business disruptions, changes in the world are happening so fast that it's becoming difficult for us to keep pace with these changes. Secondly, the world is becoming a VUCA world, where V stands for volatility, U stands for uncertainty, C is complexity, and A is ambiguity. Because of a VUCA world and because of us being very unsure of what is going to happen to us, we have become more anxious. There is a larger manifestation of generalized anxiety disorder. Thirdly, we have started having to push more for the same thing. The treadmill on which we are running all the time is getting faster. So we have to run faster to stay in the same place. So the stress is going up. There is more stress and burnout in terms of health, whether it's mental or physical. We are struggling to keep ourselves sane. And finally, there is more of a ROI approach by people. Return on investment. So when people are engaging with you, they're looking at more ROI from the money or the time that they're investing with you. There is lesser empathy, and so we are not able to engage socially with people the way we used to do in the past. Because of all these things, the importance of resilience has gone up significantly. Before we get into those steps, let's understand the mindset of a resilient person. Imagine a seesaw, as you see in the picture. On one side are the positives, which you expect to get in any situation, and on the other side are the negatives, which you fear will come out of the situation. Now, the mindset of a resilient person will keep working in different ways to ensure that the perceived positives of any situation are more than the negatives. So, whenever the seesaw starts shifting to the other side, which means the negatives seem to be building up and pushing that side down, the mind of a resilient person will hunt out new positives and pile them up in the positive side so that the seesaw again moves down to outweigh the negatives. The 5 steps that we'll now talk about are just about ensuring that the perceived positives in your present situation remain more than the perceived negatives. Because the moment you have more positives in your mind, you will be more resilient to that situation. Firstly, embrace the uncertainty of life. We need to accept that bad things happen to everyone. It's not possible that only good things keep happening to you. When you see people around you watch their pictures on Facebook and Instagram, you tend to imagine that they're fine and happy. But in reality, everyone is troubled with something or the other. Secondly, there's no logic for the bad that happens to you. We try to reason why bad things have happened to us. But at some time you have to accept that there's really no logic to this. Life deals us or dishes to us whatever is happening. And we have to take it as it is. We may think of God, we may think of karma and many things, but eventually they are just concepts. And we may believe in them or we may not believe in them. Finally, acceptance is the only option. Because once we realize that bad things can happen to us, we have to understand that only acceptance is the best choice we can make. Second step is to bring in optimism and learn to use the right language in your self-talk. So we are talking to ourselves all the time. This self-talk can be either positive or negative. If it is negative, it will pull us down, and despite our best efforts to cheer ourselves up, we will find ourselves becoming depressed and morose. On the other hand, a positive self-talk can immediately perk us up. Somehow we neglect this self-talk and allow us to slide down without realizing it. A critical step here is to watch out for negative self-talk. Now, the self-talk has a lot to do with the language that we use. Usage of words like hope, excitement, grateful, happy, power, enjoying turn around our self-talk. If you are struggling to be positive, we can start repeating these words by prefixing I am to them. So, for example, you can start repeating in your mind, I'm happy, I'm enjoying myself, I'm positive, I'm empowered to change my future, I'm actioning a great future for myself. This self-talk can be supported by smiling to yourself. A smile is magical in the sense that this shift of muscles makes us feel better, despite any external conditions. So keep smiling and talking positively to yourself. This one step can immediately change the way you're looking at the world. Thirdly, you need to proactively move out of your comfort zone. Ask yourself, what are you afraid of doing, which you're not comfortable doing? Is it about talking to strangers, singing a song, making an omelette, reaching out to someone, standing in front of a crowd? Push yourself to do it. Pick the easier ones first, but keep going at them. Each time you break out of your comfort zone, you are more prepared to manage setbacks. You may feel that this is not really required, as the mind will try to go back to its comfort zone and feel safe. But you have to keep reminding yourself that this is like practice, which you have to keep doing. As you break your barriers, you start feeling more confident of yourself and feel capable of taking risks or actioning what is in your mind without too much of hesitation. Reward yourself each time you break your comfort barrier. It could be a chocolate or a dinner with a family, but do appreciate the efforts that you have put in and your victory. Fourthly, accept the present reality. It can't be changed. And there's no sense in reacting to it. I will first accept my present reality and then will think through what I have to do. This acceptance will allow me to think innovatively and help me to develop the ability to do the right thing. So as you accept the present reality, ask yourself the question, what can I do now? So what action will be good for me? What is the action which will help me become stronger to handle the setback? What is that which will hold me back, pull me down? Am I taking care of my health, watching what I eat and drink? Am I spending time to take care of my psychological health through meditation and mindfulness? Am I laughing enough and spending time with people who care for me? These questions will help you to accept your present reality and focus on the good things that you can do for yourself. And finally, but most importantly, you need to act small and act fast. Beyond a point, you have to stop planning or thinking and get into action. Action helps you to focus in the present and to make you progress. So a few pointers are: decide on small actions which are not too overwhelming or complex. Say you have lost your job and are planning to start something on your own. Then just start with making a list of prospects whom you will contact. Focus on that job and try and do it as well as you can. Remember that each action you take takes you closer to your goal. No amount of thinking will move you forward. Secondly, set deadlines and go after them. Action can get delayed if you get back to thinking and planning, or if you feel that the action looks very intimidating. So set deadlines and decide when you have to close this. Thirdly, learn from mistakes and move on. Don't bother too much about what went wrong, because each time you fail, it's a learning and you have to just move on with it. Reach out to people who support you. Social engagements are a big help to give us resilience. We need to spend time with people who value us and accept us as we are. And we should not be spending time with people who are unwilling to lend a hand when we need them. So what are the benefits that you will get? They will be huge, and you will continue to build up as you practice these steps every day. So firstly, you will feel an increase in confidence, self-worth, and personal credibility. Secondly, you'll be more engaged in the present moment and focused on getting your work done. Thirdly, you'll have a belief in your ability and skill to influence others, which is truly powerful and empowering. And finally, and most importantly, you'll have the ability to manage, respond positively to pressure and stress. So these are the 5 steps which can help us to develop strong resilience and manage any setbacks that befall us. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and we will continue to provide you with more videos in the areas of life skills, culture development, and happiness. Thank you.